So today's lesson, subject English, is across the curriculum 7F. How do we see? How our eyes work. At the end of the lesson, you are able to predict the content about the text. Describe picture using some of the vocabulary related to the part of the eyes. Read and comprehend the text and get meaning of new vocabulary. Make your own presentation. Now, the first question is, how do we see? You are free to make guesses. Look at the picture and make your guesses. Then we will answer this question after we have heard and followed the text. But, first of all, we'll also check the words, the key words that we have in this text.
Judge.
To make a decision about something. Të gjykosh.
Separate.
To divide, to tell the difference between two things. Të ndash, të bësh dallimin midis dy gjërave.
Outer.
The part of something that is furthest from the center. E jashtme.
Cornea.
The clear covering of the outside of the eye. Pjesa e jashtme e syrit e të dukshme.
Contain fluid.
To have liquid inside, përmban lëng. Fluid është lëng.
Sclera.
The white part of the eye, pjesa e bardhë e syrit.
Lens.
The part of the eye that changes size to let you see things clearly. Ajo pjesë e syrit që ndryshon për masën dhe që ju lejon të shihni gjërat me qartësi. Lentja.
Inner.
The part of something that is closest to the center. Pjesa e brendshme.
Retina.
The area at the back of the eye which sends the images to see to your brain. Ajo pjesë e pasme e syrit dhe cila lejon imazhet që ju shihni të çojë drejt trurit.
Reflect.
Reflekton, to send back light or an image.
Bend.
To change something so that it is not straight. Përkull.
Focus.
Focus, to aim beams of light onto a particular place. Çon në mënyrë të përqendruar rrezet e dritës drejt një vendi të caktuar.
Nerve.
Part of body like a wire that carries messages to and from the brain. Ajo pjesë e trupit si një lloj teli i cili merr mesazhet dhe i çon ato drejt trurit.
Create vibration.
Krijon dridhje, to cause a continuous shaking movement. Now you will listen to the text, follow on your books, and then we will answer the questions of exercise 2.
How our eyes work. Our eyes help us see and enjoy the world around us. They also help us judge distances and separate dark and light. But do you know how you see? The eye is made up of 3 parts. The outer part includes the cornea, which contains fluid, and the sclera, which is the white of the eye. The middle part contains the lens. The inner part contains the retina. When you look at an object, what you really see is the light that is reflected from that object. Light comes in through the cornea. The fluid bends the light and sends it to the lens. The lens focuses the light onto the retina. To see objects near us, the lens becomes smaller. To see objects further away, the lens becomes larger. The retina contains nerves which help us see dark and light. These nerves create vibrations that send messages to our brain. Our brain understands them and tells us what we can see.
So let us get back to the first question. Now that you listened and read the text, do you understand how we see? Were your guesses correct? So let us check.
We see with our eyes. We see the light reflected from objects. Light comes into our eyes through the cornea. The fluid bends the light and sends it to the lens. The lens focuses the light onto the retina. The nerves in the retina create vibrations that send messages to the brain. Our brain then tells us what we see.
Now, you will answer questions of exercise 2. Read again and answer the questions. Did you know there are more than 100,000 nerves in our retina? Use the diagram in the picture to say how our eyes work.
Light comes into our eyes through the cornea. The fluid bends the light and sends it to the lens. The lens focuses the light onto the retina. The nerves in the retina then create vibrations that send messages to the brain. Our brain then tells us what we see.
So you can use a diagram, you can draw draw a line that shows how our eyes work. The next exercise is pronunciation. You've got 2 kinds of sounds. You will listen and decide with a tick. Bad, bed, met, mad, cat, pet. Can you think of more words with these sounds so you can find other words that have the sounds and As for homework, you will find information about how do we hear. Collect information, then present it to the class. You can use the keywords the ear. So find information and create and write a short paragraph, about how our ear works. It's the same as the text that we had about the eye, but of course it's another kind of organ. So that was all for today. See you next time. Goodbye.